So today we have Max's Velvet Blue G80 M3 getting a shifter install, and it's not just any shifter. We're gonna be installing this Auto Solutions shifter. So the cool thing about Auto Solutions is that you can basically customize these exactly to your liking. Max went ahead with a 20% reduction in throw, along with the OEM height for the shifter. You can also get a shorter height, you can get a taller, however you want it to be, because all of that stuff affects how the shifter feels in terms of leverage. He's also gonna be going with this M Performance shift knob, which looks pretty cool.
So we also have these poly bushings that go up front. You can opt to get these, you can get firmer ones. I just went with, I think I want to say the 80A equivalent. I already have the Rogue Engineering in the back, and I opted for the 20 just because it's still a daily driver. He said that 30 might be too aggressive. That's what I initially asked for. But I mean, you can do crazy things. Like he was even talking about I could do like a 22.5, but then I told him I was getting a smaller shift knob, and he was like, well, if you're doing that, then that'll also decrease the throw. So shift knob, and with this, he said I should probably be at like 22.5% reduction. So we'll see. Like I said, it's still a daily driver, so I didn't want to go crazy, but I mean, anything's better than what's in it right now.
So hopefully this is a OEM Plus setting, maybe a little bit nicer, more notchy. Again, through the camera, we can only convey it so well, especially once we go for the test drive for the first time. We'll get Max's reactions. Of course, we're in a shop, so you have to get the car racked up. You do have to do some stuff underneath. So we're gonna show you guys how to do that, how to install it, and then hopefully Max likes the shifter. We've been trying to install this for a little while now, and now it's finally going in.
I've owned this. That's one thing though I will say about Auto Solutions is they are made to order, so the wait is kind of long online. It is, I think, 3 to 4 months, maybe 5, but I got one of the first production shifters, and it's been sitting in my desk for 6 months, 7 months. So, but I have seen some feedback, and it is extremely nice. So I'm excited for this.
So to start things off, we're going to start with inside of the car. We're going to take the center console out and try to get the shifter off as best as possible. Quick disclaimer, Max wants to give you guys about the shift knob.
When you're pulling the shift knob up, don't put your head over it. Like, don't pull like this, because you will knock some teeth out. You'll see here in a minute. It is on there. So yeah, these are super easy. You can just pull from a corner, or you can grab like the leather and just pull up, and then that's literally it. Oh, you don't need to take the whole center console out. You just need to take this like carbon trim.
Oh God, I'm scared. Dude, a little bit to the left, your eyebrow would have gotten clapped.
Oh yeah, my eyebrow.
Oh wow, this is nice. That's what Moonstone needs.
Yeah, that's why I'm going with an Auto Solutions in Moonstone as well. So the second part of the video, which you'll see here in a little bit, I'm changing the shift knob. Obviously this is one whole boot now. Oh. So in order to do it, it's one piece, and you can see these little teeth right here. These little plastic teeth, they like melt it, like solder it down, and you gotta kind of break this plastic because you have to keep this ring, and then you can separate the shift knob from the shift boot.
Again, if you're keeping your stock shifter, you don't need to do this part. So we're gonna leave this part towards the end when we're going back in with everything. But for now, we need to get this thing out.
So you kind of can grab right up in this corner. You'll feel a little, you can pull up with your thumb too, and it just literally pulls out like this. Yeah, so just pull that back piece off, and then I'm pretty sure we should just have enough. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so you have to pull from here and also pull this off, and then you don't have to sit there and try to disconnect those connectors. And you can flip that around and actually see it. And of course, it's the traditional annoying BMW clip.
I'm not gonna worry about it. That's just how much I don't care about that. Okay. And then this piece right here. So you just pull those up.
All right, so we're pretty much done from up here. It's now just going down below and taking out some heat shields. Right?
We might not be. I don't want to sit here and just pry and pull at this this cover from up top. You can just push it from underneath, and then it'll come up here, and then we can just slide it off. It'll be super easy. Yeah, this heat shield, slide up here, and it just kind of sits like right there.
Okay, so Max already went ahead and did this off camera just to see what we were working with. You don't have to take it completely off. You can just nudge it over to the side. It's pretty flexible. It'll let you get it out of the way. And then
you can see everything that we're working with right here.
And there's your visibility right there. I mean, that's all you really need in terms of space. And you can see the Rogue Engineering shifter bushings right there.
I'm gonna try and see if I can do this without removing the drive shaft, but I highly doubt it.
So first we're gonna remove that Rogue Engineering shifter bushing that we installed a little while back. It's just 2 E10s. All right, so we got the Rogue Engineering bushing unbolted. We got the rubber boot pushed out pretty much 95% of the way. It's really hard to show you guys without light. I'm gonna grab a light for you guys real quick and show you. If you can see that retaining clip right there is what we need to grab and unclip, and then that'll allow us to get the shifter assembly up and out from the interior. So it's gonna be a matter of going back inside and pulling it off. It's a clip that you kind of have to bend a little bit from the front side of the car, and it'll allow it to like unlatch and unclip. It's kind of weird. I think it's one of those things where once we get it unclipped, we'll have to show you it once it's in our hands, because it's really hard for the camera to focus in up there. And we're gonna try our best to do this with the drive shaft still in the way. It does look possible.
Actually, I think I'm gonna remove, so we're gonna go upstairs, we're gonna go upstairs. We're gonna go up top and we're gonna take off the boot, and then that way I'm actually gonna take off the 318s and see if I can pull the drive shaft out, so I can take the whole assembly just through here.
Okay.
And then slide the whole assembly back up. I'm throwing some silicone spray right there. Oh. I'm gonna try and work it around. See if I can get this to come up easier.
There we go. So you could technically do this with your shifter all still connected, so then when you're pulling up, it's not kind of like coming up with it. And so it'll kind of give you more leverage in a way, because something's holding it down for you, but still very possible with it already disconnected. That was the clip I was talking about, guys. Pretty straightforward. You just unclip it and it'll pop right out, and that'll allow you to...
You can take this linkage off right here to the left.
Oh, sick. You can do that from here too? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
So you can take that out, pop this linkage off, and then there's two little push pins right here. You gotta push and kind of slide, and then this shifter part will just slide right out. And then you'll separate it, and you can just remove this from the bottom. But I'm gonna see if I can take this all the way out as one unit. Make my life living hell.
So for video purposes, to make this a little bit easier for you guys to see, we're gonna actually try to take off this brace that holds the trans. So we got a pull jack underneath the transmission, and we're just gonna remove this to help with visibility, not just for the video, also for us to be able to see better. And then we're gonna try to get the drive shaft out of the way. So the same E10s we used to remove the Rogue Engineering shifter bushing, it's the same E10s to remove these. It's 4 of them.
No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so it's 4 E10s on this side and 3 on this side. Sorry, not 4 total.
Okay.
Damn.
Get on it. Geriatric, dude. Yeah, see, that's way more.
Oh, dude. Dude did all that to make my life easier to film. That's crazy.
That's what I do for the people, Shamal.
That's crazy.
Rogue Engineering comes with this whole arm, but you don't need that arm again. You can just reuse it, and you'll see here in a second.
Okay, so as you guys can see right there, that's the arm we're going to be changing. Again, you can kind of reference your new shifter to see exactly what you're working with. So it's kind of relieving to hear that, because it should be a little bit easier to install in terms of space, because it is a pretty tight space. Do you think people doing this at home need to remove the drive shaft? No. Or do you think it's definitely possible?
There's definitely gonna be different methods. You could definitely do what, instead of doing it this way, you could definitely separate this piece and pull that up, and then you could probably slide this down through here some way once you get it disconnected, and just kind of do it in 2 pieces.
All right, so we got the guibo off and the drive shaft down and significantly out of the way, which is what we were hoping for.
This pin, you just get a pry right here, and it'll pop out. You see how it's got 2 locking teeth. You rotate it up, and slide it out. And then this one's over here. See how it's already pried up? You should just be able to just slide it out.
All right, I'm gonna let Max mess with this. I keep bumping into him. There's just not enough clearance for me to show you guys this. So once he's out with it, I'll be able to explain to you what is going on.
Got 15,000 miles, and that looks like it's already starting to tear up right there. Let's see what the other side looks like. Yeah, this side doesn't look like that. Who knows?
Interesting. So we got that circular retaining clip off of this piece, and then that holds this pin that Max is holding with these pliers now, and that's what's going to prevent you from pulling the gold piece out. So once you get that pin out, it should just be a matter of taking it right off. And then luckily the Auto Solutions shifter actually comes with that already all installed and ready to go. The retaining clip's actually just hanging off. And so as soon as you get it clipped on and positioned right, you just basically take a flathead and clip this on, and it'll slide right on to where it's supposed to go. So how are you taking this out and out of the carrier?
I'm gonna go take it to a vise. I made a mistake. I left this arm on. Just take that clip off. Little C-clip that holds that on. And when you do that, then you can pull this apart. With some picks, basically just got in there, spun it.
There's a little window there for you to push them in. It's like a weird trick to it, but once you get it out, that's pretty much it.
It might actually be worth just doing this in the car with everything attached, honestly. If I had to do it again, I probably would do this in the car and just get this out of the way.
So now that's left is doing the carrier bushings, which should be pretty easy because of the way Max was taking it out earlier. Doesn't seem like it requires much strength at all.
Just push it in. See, this side goes in as easy. I mean, you could use a bigger screwdriver, but just push in from the outside. Then, boom, it'll pop out. That's it. I have Power Flex grease left over that Kohut always has some, and I'm just greasing up the bushings before sliding them in. Just like that.
It was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. Looks pretty cool too. All right, so now that we're done with everything related to the stock arm, we're all into the Auto Solutions arm, and now it's just a matter of just assembling it just a bit so we can get it into the carrier. That clip Max just took out, make sure you get that. And there's one on the other side as well, I think, right? Or is there not? Oh no, there isn't. So you're just gonna pull it off, I guess. Sick. That was a great sound.
So this is gonna slide in here, like so. So yeah, now we're gonna take these off.
Okay, sick. All right, so after you've gotten those 6 little Allen, I don't even know what size they are, but after you've gotten those 6 bolts tightened, just a matter of putting the arm, clipping it back in just like we took it out to get it into the carrier. Do not lose that teeny tiny retaining clip. It's very important. It's how you will get it to stay. And the washer, do not forget the washer.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Just like that. Just looking at it into relation to the car.
Don't forget your Guiber. All right, so preemptively, we're gonna put the boot on now, so we don't have to fight it going in from the top of the car. We figured this would be a lot easier and more efficient.
Not for nothing, but make sure you get the orientation right, as you can see.
So this is pointing to the front of the car, and this is the front of the car. This is where the Rogue Engineering shifter bushing will go, which is right there. We'll put that on in a sec, probably right now, or should we do it later, or what do you think?
This thing is so easy to put on. I'm probably gonna use it like last step because it's just an extra piece of material back here clanking.
So if you guys remember when we took the stock arm out, it had this at the end of it. There is a pin. You're going to probably use your stock one.
That pin is exactly what fell.
Oh, no way. All right, so we found the pin. We thought we dropped it, but we found it. So just a matter of pushing that in and then getting the clip over it once it's in the car.
You see that foam in there too? Once you put it in the car, you'll be pushing that foam back, and then you'll be able to push this all the way through.
Correct.
But until the car's, and I don't think I'm gonna put this in until it's fully in the car because I just don't want to chance dropping this again.
Yeah.
But you can either do it from the top. I'll probably do it from the bottom because it's gonna be easier to use force to push it through. As opposed to, because there's just no space up here. So cool, that's what it looks like.
We figured we'd show you out here because it's literally impossible to show you once it's going into the car. Also, this part is a little tricky. You do have to just mess around with it, move things about, move the shifter a little bit here and there, and it starts to get its way in. But trust me, it takes a little bit of time because it looks like it's so much space and it's very easy, but it's a little tricky.
I put the backside in, and then I got the shifter linkage up through there. You can just slide it over like that, and then it's just ready to line up. So now it's just a matter of sliding these new bushings in, which might be easier said than done. Yeah.
Wow.
Make sure you angle them up when you're going in.
So after a little bit of persuasion, we got the clips on. It really isn't too bad. It's just a matter of making sure the hole is lined up. Once it's lined up, you kind of got to shimmy the whole carrier a little bit, push in, back and forth until you find that the pin actually goes through the hole of the bushing, and then you clip it all back down.
All right.
Okay, that's lined up. Yep, once Max gets that on, we'll grab the pin. It's so hard to show this on camera, guys. We're trying our best here. All right, guys, so check it out. It did take 2 people because I needed to push it forward while Max got the pin pushed in, and it is in, just not all the way yet. We're gonna get it more in. I don't know how Max is gonna do that. I'll show you guys how he ends up doing it.
We'll probably just push it up.
So yeah, if that's what we end up doing, and then I'm gonna make sure to show you guys the clip going over that as well. Oh, it's impossible to show.
See how that went in?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it happen, but and the clip is on there too now.
The pin holds it against the shaft, and then that ring makes sure that pin can't back out. So you have to put the pin in and then the ring.
Okay, so now that retaining clip is in and ready to go, now it's just a matter of tightening those two E10s on the Rogue Engineering bushings, or the mount rather. And everything is done from the top too, technically, because we already did it all while it was out of the car, which would only be taking that retaining clip and tightening it and putting it back all together. But since we did it while it was out of the car, there's nothing much left to do there. And we also did the boot outside of the car, so when it was just a matter of pushing it all back in, I mean, it was literally nothing. So this was definitely the easier way to do it. Again, you don't have to take out the drive shaft and the guibo and, you know, lower the trans and take out the trans brace. But look how much easier that made the job. It makes you not rush, it makes you not make mistakes, it helps you have more visibility, which will also prevent you from making mistakes. So definitely recommend doing it this way if you are planning on doing this installation. So double checking everything before we put everything back together. Those two clips for the, let's just call them the poly bushings, I guess. Yeah. For the carrier.
They lock in, so you just want to make sure they're in their little respective homes.
Yep.
Push down, push back, push back.
Are we missing anything to tighten? No, right? Everything's tightened? Yeah, we're not forgetting anything. I think it's good.
Rogue bushings tightened.
Go ahead and grab that guiber.
Throw everything back together.
Guibos freak me out because I always feel like I would put them on backwards. All right, I'm gonna let Max put this all back together, but that's pretty much what's left from underneath the car.
There's so many bolts in my hand. Why am I trying to do with all the bolts in my hand?
So again, all that's left is putting the drive shaft and guibo back up, and then you're pretty much done from underneath of the car. So I'm gonna let Max do this real quick. Once he puts that back together, we'll get back into the car. We'll put the center console back together, and I'll show you guys how it, again, from camera, you can't tell how a shifter feels, but I guess hearing it will kind of give you an idea of how notchy it is to an extent.
See how, like, so the edge is down and that edge is up? Just kind of want to work around it. It's harder to do.
So we came back up here to make sure the boot was completely seated, and check it out. This is how it should look on the edges. There is a point where it just doesn't go over the actual body of the car. So like right here, it should look exactly like this. If it doesn't look like this, that means your boot is not seated right. And you definitely want this seated right because it prevents like all the dust, debris, disgusting shit that comes from outside underneath the car. It prevents it all from going in and inside of your shifter too, so.
That feels pretty good.
And that's just like half of it. You're gonna be able to tell with the shifter too. That's so crazy. Even sitting here, I haven't even touched it and it feels more direct. Like there's like this, there's like less softness. Let me see. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude, that's really nice. Holy shit. You know what you should do? Just for like a second, just slap this on for a sec, but don't go all the way down.
That's what she said.
Same thing? Feels the same?
Yeah.
Does it feel better? That's
no,
crazy.
it's good.
Let's see.
I almost wish I went like 25, 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Your M Performance is shorter and smaller.
Yeah, this isn't all the way.
Yeah. That's a whole different beast we got to deal with, guys, which we will get to in a bit. So once you get that rubber piece seated, you got to put this back as well.
Clearly labeled top.
It's just reverse operation of everything we did, guys. World's easiest center console removal. So for those of you that are not getting a new shift boot, you can basically slap your old shift boot back in and shift knob, which is one piece in these cars, and you're pretty much done with the installation process. You can pretty much click off this video, but if you want to see the whole thing with the shift boot and the shift knob going back in, we got to first get it all apart, and then we can see Max's reaction with the new M Performance shift knob. So again, this is shorter than the ZHB shift knob, so it does make a difference in the throw. Right now, he's kind of wishing he went with a 25% reduction. This definitely will make it a little bit shorter and more notchier because it is almost perfectly smooth in my opinion, but again, we'll see what Max thinks. So what are you doing now?
I'm trying to get these little tabs. I pulled too hard and I broke the little tabs and they stayed behind, but you have to pull back on this tab. These are melted and it slides in there, but it's hard to do this right now. So it slides in like that, and you actually have to separate the thing, the 3 prongs. Mine didn't separate as I thought they would. They just came free. Broke it, so I can't really reuse this if I want to. Don't really care though. Don't plan on going back with that. And then we can go in the car, reinstall this, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of glue when I install just before I install the shift knob and mate them together.
So that way this doesn't like slowly sag over time?
Yeah, people on the internet say that this it'll create a gap and it'll look terrible.
And then show the silver. Yeah, that'll be bad actually. I was an artist. Oh yeah. Just dropped a little bit more because it finally clipped in.
Those are you asking, that was Gorilla Glue with a brush.
I'll leave a link in the description. All right, so this is it fully installed. We sat for a bit and let the glue dry as well. We didn't really mess with the boot much else. We just put a little bit of glue, and less is more with this. So once you're done with that, now we're just gonna get a quick little sound clip of the shifter so you guys can hear. Maybe it'll show you guys.
Seems way more direct.
Dude. I can't tell if the throw is shorter.
It is, but
like visually speaking, it's hard to tell.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you can tell. You drive this thing every day, so you're gonna feel the biggest difference of it all. But let's get the car down off the rack and then get a couple of driving clips of Max and see how he likes it. All right, this is gonna be Max's first test drive with this new shifter. Curious to see what he thinks, get his first reaction. I think it'll be pretty cool to see. Huge shout out Auto Solutions though for making a really good product. Just changing gears without the car moving is already telling me how good it is, but we'll get some confirmation right here once Max drives it. Best part about this, wow, it is really nice outside. The best part about this is that Max drives his car every day, so he's gonna notice a difference right away.
Yeah, that is nice.
So what do you think?
You can tell how it's like super notchy now. Like,
yeah.
It's hard to explain. Like, yeah, that's much better.
Really?
I do wish I had gone 25, but for daily driving, I think this is gonna be nice. And plus, losing the OEM one doesn't really matter because it doesn't light up at night.
Oh yeah, that's also true. I forgot about that.
So you're not.
I think the throw length is perfect. I was afraid it might be too short of a throw. I think the reduction is like good. It's like OEM plus.
Yeah, no, this feels exactly like it should have came out of the factory like this.
Out of 10 recommend?
I would, yes.
Yes?
Yes, these cars need a short shifter.
It's just, now think about this. He's had this for like at least a year and he's been driving without it. Like, I'm sure you probably wish we did this so much sooner.
What an idiot.
I really hope we were able to show you guys how to install this shifter. Hopefully it helps. Again, we have a 2-post lift. It makes it a lot easier to do a job like that on a rack versus doing it on jack stands, but of course it's all possible. Yeah, I would say 10 out of 10 recommend. Installation is like 7 out of 10 on the difficulty scale, maybe even like a 6. Yeah. And I think also like with the car, like when the window's up, like just listen to it. Like, that's so cool. And I really like how it just returns right back to center, like it's just brand new. Really cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.